Active listening is a skill that can be improved with practice. When we are actively listening, we are fully concentrating on what is being said, paying attention to body language and tone of voice, and picking up on important pieces of information. So rather than listening to respond, we're being fully present in the moment. On the left-hand side, you can see a table with some do's and don'ts of how to practice active listening. Some do's include maintaining eye contact, limiting your talking, asking questions, and managing your own emotions. And on the right, you can see some don'ts, which include trying not to interrupt or showing signs of impatience, projecting your own ideas, or thinking about what to say next.
Sometimes for active listening, we talk about listening with your eyes. The reason we say this is because 55% of communication is through body language. Only 7% is actually said through words. So this is really important that we're using our eyes to look at how our people are communicating to us. What facial expressions are they using? How are they dressed? Is there a change in their dress to usual? What is their posture like? Does it change when you talk about a different topic? Are they hunched over and looking nervous or shy? Or is their posture very straight and open? What gestures do they use? Do they turn their head? Do they blink? Do they bow their head? Do they play with their fingers? Do they have any tics that may arise when they become or feel stressed? Is there a change in body language? Do they cross their arms and become more closed off when talking about a particular subject? And do they have eye contact? Do they lose eye contact with certain subjects? Do they lose eye contact with particular people? All these things are really important to look out for because you can really tell about what a person is feeling and what they're trying to communicate to you based on what their body is doing. A key skill to remember when active listening is empathy. People often struggle between the difference between empathy and sympathy, or feel that they are showing empathy when actually they are showing sympathy. Empathy is about putting yourself in a situation or remembering a time when you would have felt the same way that the person in front of you feels and feeling it along with them to really show them that you understand and to help them along with the experience. Whereas sympathy is about trying to understand how they feel without really putting yourself in that situation. You might be trying to problem solve and make them feel better by coming up with solutions and telling them that you understand. But the person experiencing that emotion and seeking your support can really can tell whether you are being empathic or sympathetic. And the difference between the both is that empathy drives connection. The person talking to you will feel that you really do understand and they will feel connected to you. Whereas with sympathy, they will feel more disconnected. They'll get the sense that you don't really understand and do you really actually care? There's a great video that explains this. If you want to watch it, just take this video off of video mode and click onto the link in the PDF file. Understanding our own biases and views and opinions on the world and people and situations is really important for active listening because it's supposed to be non-judgmental. And as soon as we understand our views and opinions and biases, we can make sure we put them to one side while we're listening to somebody. This is the only way we can achieve a truly non-judgmental space. For example, someone may come to talk to us about gang involvement and the difficulties that they are having emotionally around that. If we then show our opinions on some of the criminal behaviour, or in our body language, or in some of our comments, we make clear negative views that we have around that behaviour, they're not going to want to talk to us about it again. It's really important that we keep an open mind and that we are non-judgmental during active listening.